All right, y'all, because get in here so we can talk about this latest episode of 60 Days In and how they all pissing me off. Before we even get started, make sure y'all like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn your post notifications on, and get down in these comments because y'all know we going to have to talk about it. And let's go ahead and get into it. Now, I'm going to just tell y'all the truth. This batch of contestants are probably my least favorite batch of contestants that has ever been on 60 Days In. For one, everybody is so damn entitled. I don't understand. It's only like, what, Nina is supposed to be the one that hasn't never seen the show. All of them is acting like they've never watched this fucking show before. They're all acting like they're supposed to get so much special privileges. They acting like they can go in here, push buttons, act a fool, and they're not going to get reprimanded. Y'all know these guards do not know that y'all are part of the program. And y'all are really in here acting a fool, specifically Nina. And we gonna go ahead and get into it. Let's go ahead and start from the top. The new guy gets in, Brian. He came at the end of the last episode is when you first meet him, but he's going through intake and actually getting into the pod on this episode. One thing I can say, because we really don't see too much of him, is that he looked like he fits in with all of them. He's probably one of the ones that honestly fit in the most, just when you look at him. He's a correction officer, if I'm not mistaken. But I don't know. Just looking at him, he looks like he fits in with all the white men in there. I mean, because it's predominantly white in this jail. And motherfuckers is on drugs left and right. I'm sure he's not on drugs, especially being a corrections officer, but he just looked like he supposed to be there. I don't know what else to say. Daniel having the same problem, or he having issues with the same guard, rather, that Fabian was having issues with. And honestly, I think the issue that they having with this guard is just that the man is doing his job. Yeah, he's strict. He is, but honestly, in these jail environments, I kind of feel like you need to be a little bit more on the stricter side than not. You need to kind of nip shit in the bud before it happens, because once you start letting little shit go, that's how shit get out of hand real fast. And then next thing you know, you got a bunch of inmates that don't respect you as an officer, or they always trying to get over on you. The guard comes in, he looking through all the cells, and basically they hate that. What? They know they're not supposed to have stuff hung up on the walls, right? They know that they're not supposed to have stuff up on the windowsills. Yet, a lot of the guards let it slide. Well, this particular guard don't let it slide. He's going by the book. He said, y'all not supposed to have stuff in y'all's windowsills. If y'all do, I'm not popping the door so y'all could come out. They get an attitude about it, and they all feel like he's being a bully. I just honestly don't feel like that. It might be an unpopular opinion, y'all, but I just really feel like the man is just making them follow the rules. He just don't bend on the rules for real. And what is really wrong with that when you think about it? Especially in an environment like jail, for real. Like the COs that sit up there and let them run all over them, it's always chaos. And then the inmates start knowing stuff like, oh, yes, such and such, officer such and such, he cool. He'll let us do this. He'll let us get away with this. He'll let us do this. And they're going to keep pushing, because why? They're criminals, because they're in jail in the first place. They're going to keep pushing, and it's going to end up being unruly. And I just feel like that old man, he gray in her. He just feel like, I don't even want to deal with all that shit. So guess what? Y'all going to do what the fuck y'all supposed to do from jump, and we ain't going to have no problems. We ain't gonna have no problems. Daniel end up getting mad about it to the point where he goes and files a grievance against the man. And he's not even thinking like, damn, can the guards even see who files the grievance? He didn't even think about that until the cellie said something. When he was telling his cellmate that he had went and filed the grievance, the cellmate was like, dang, I wonder if it tells them who filed the grievance. And that's when Daniel was kind of like, oh, damn, I don't know. Now, later on in the episode, his grievance get, denied. They don't really give him a reason why. They just tell him it's denied. But after that, it just kind of seemed like shit start changing for Daniel. And two of the guards start getting suspicious about the cameras. They start noticing that two cameras in particular is always, following them and stuff like that. So they start getting suspicious that it's 60 days in there. Lo and behold, they get to looking on the internet who they come across. But Daniel ass, with no shirt on, with his last name tattooed on his chest, or no, I don't even think it's his name. It's the same tattoo as they see on him in there. And then somehow they found out his real last name. So 2 of the guards immediately realized that Daniel is in fact 60 days in. And this right here is what's going to get tricky. This is what I say when I said this season is just fucked. Something about this season is just cursed, because everybody's getting caught. They leaving left and right. It's just too much going on. They so entitled. It's just a lot going on. They worried more about filing grievances than like finding the drugs and the paraphernalia and shit like that the sheriff is asking them to do to me. I don't know. Now, the guard, he's also going through the women's pod. I guess he had took a break from down to the men's and went over to the women's, and he doing the same thing. He going through the windows. He's looking in, and he's telling, in specific, Nina and her cellmate that they need to get the shit down off of the windowsill. She doing her little, why? I mean, why? I did what you asked. He's like, no, you still have stuff on your windowsill. Take it down. She didn't, so he didn't pop her door. She decides to think she intimidate him. Here she go. This shit pissed me off in the last episode with Nina. It was a part where she was playing with that damn diaper. The same diaper that she was so fucking pissed off that they gave her in the first place. Now you out here with it on your head running around like a fool. And the guard tell you to put the fucking diaper up. It wasn't the same guard. It was a different guard. But he tells you to put the diaper up. And because you didn't do it, he was like, okay, well, get back in your room. You're going to go on lockdown. You got so mad because you did something against the rules and got sent to your room on lockdown that you really looked at the camera directly and started talking to it and saying shit like, oh, he better watch out. I promise you I'm going to straighten him out. Mark my words. If you guys don't deal with him, I'm going to deal with him. What in the hell do you think that looks like to your cellmate? And then you had nerve when they asked you, when you were in for the interview, they said, do you think when you did that, it blew your cover? And she was like, no. Why in the hell not? And you think you the smartest cookie in the damn pack too. I don't understand. Why would you not think you looking directly in the camera and saying a phrase like, if y'all don't take care of it, I will? Would it tip people off to think that you're a jail plant? Come on, Nina. You have got to be smarter than this. And you swear up and down that you outsmarting everybody in there. But really you being the dumbest. Because what happened? In the other rooms, girls are like, did y'all see her talk to the camera? You didn't even care that girls could see you do that. You didn't even care that they can hear you do that. That puts all of y'all in jeopardy. Every single one of y'all that are in the program in jeopardy over in the women's pod because you doing something stupid because you so entitled and thinking that you can run around and play. Same with this episode. You didn't want to take your stuff out the windowsill. He locked you down. Okay, he didn't make her stay in for too long, but she stood in the damn doorway and stared at him. And he went and eventually opened up and popped the door. So she come out, she saunter over to him, and she start talking to him. She's thinking she's manipulating this man. But what I hope don't happen is that he cave in. Because if that happens, that's all she gonna need to think, oh yeah, I outsmarted everybody. And then it's gonna keep on making these people feel like, okay, this specific guard is strict towards everybody else. But then she keep on getting her way. And every time she go out and con one of these people, they let her off a lockdown and all of this. It only makes sense for them to think that they helping you for a reason. So I really hope that he don't fold and he was just being polite for this one time, because that was the first time we ever heard that damn guard laugh. But again, we only seeing bits and pieces of when he's there. I just really don't want him to fold. I'm sorry. I just can't stand Nina. Her and Scarlett, they like neck and neck for me now, as far as them getting on my nerves. Angel hadn't been getting on my nerves, but she did do some silly stuff in this episode. I feel like this is amateur stuff. Why are you doing this silly stuff? Now, one of the girls in there can draw real good. She over here drawing portraits. I heard Angel ask her, how much, like, what do you want for it? She offered. Like, that's her asking her, can I, yeah, the girl could have said, oh, no, nothing, but it's jail. You offering me something for it, I'm going to take it. So the girl was like, I need some new paper. So Angel's like, okay, cool. I'll get you some paper for the drawing. She even says in the interview that she offered to trade her the drawing for some paper. So the girl starts drawing everybody else's pictures. She handing them out like clockwork, handing them out, free candy or something. And ain't nobody else paying her no money or giving her no trade. So Angel started noticing at this point, and this is why I felt like it was petty, because you had already agreed to give her that. You offered. Nobody else offered. Like, I feel like if anybody else offered, she would have jumped on that too, but it wasn't like she was doing them to make money. I feel like she was probably just drawing because she liked drawing. And she just started drawing the girls. Like, nobody felt the need to offer her anything but you. And I just feel like it was kind of a sucker move for you to then start going around asking everybody else, well, what did y'all give her for y'all's picture? And everybody was like, no. And I don't understand why everybody else was shocked, saying like, she charged you? And it's like, she didn't charge you. You offered to trade her something for the drawing. I mean, did y'all watch it? Did y'all see that? She offered that. Well, the girl, I think her name is Myra or something like that. But Myra started getting antsy, and she keep asking Angel, like, are you still gonna give me my paper? Are you still gonna give me my paper? Because she probably was thinking, okay, well, we gonna trade. She must got some paper now that she finna go give me. That's probably what she was thinking, because she kept going up to Angel and asking her to the point where Angel got mad. And she's like, okay, didn't I tell you I was going to give it to you? I told you I was going to give you the paper, so quit asking me about it. Well, what happened? She eventually didn't even give her the paper. She went and gave her the drawing back. And I just think that whole scenario was weak, honestly. Angel, it wouldn't have killed you to give that girl the damn paper. You had already offered it to her. I'm sorry. You just got to learn not to be nice in jail. It just is what it is. Like, that's the thing. Y'all keep on forgetting y'all are in fucking jail. Just don't be nice to people. If she want to sit up and draw you, take and give you a picture, be like, okay, thank you, and go on about your way. Ain't no, and if the bitch was to come up to you later and be like, oh, you were supposed to pay me for that. Oh, when now here you go, you can have it back, because I didn't offer to pay you nothing, and we didn't speak about it at that point, so I don't feel like I got to give you nothing. But in this case, I just feel like you should have gave her that paper. I'm sorry. I feel like that's just how it is. And then for you to give her back the painting, like, what the hell is she gonna do with it? At this point, it's you. What the hell is she gonna do with a picture of you but rip it up and throw it away? Like, it just all was silly for no reason. And I really was like looking at Angel sideways on that. Like, girl, really? Quail fine ass finally gets situated into the JI program. And it's crazy over there. It looked like they got a gym. They get razors, individual razors. I think they get like 2 apiece. It's a lot of freedom. They get to wear their own clothes. This is really where you would want to be if you in jail, honestly. You would want to be in something like this. Yeah, you got to work during the day. I don't think Quail started working yet. But when he get there, he immediately run into his dude, Roach. Roach bring him in, he laying him out. He tell him, I got some extra clothes. I got whatever you need. Quail hurrying up, getting up at them old ugly ass jail clothes and putting on something. He is so fine, y'all, Lord. But hopefully he's able to, and you could already see that motherfuckers is selling shit and getting antsy and they own shit in there. So definitely this is how some of the people bringing in drugs. Like, the sheriff should know that off rip, that's what's gonna happen once you start letting these criminals, these inmates get out on the street. And they already in active addiction when they come in here and shit. And Quail moved over there fast as hell. It didn't even seem like he was in there for that long before he was able to transfer over to a program like that. I would like to think it's probably some type of stipulations about your charges or something before you get moved over to an area like that. Like, you can't be like murderer or whatever in there for murder, and then they letting you out on the street, risking you not coming back and some shit happening. I would hope it's stipulations. Put it like that. But I'm glad Quail ended up going over there because honestly, he wasn't fitting in the jail. So this is the right place for him. Now, Scarlett, her new roommate done start getting on her damn nerves real quick. She up her crying all day. She complaining all day. It's a lot going on. And Scarlett is not sympathetic. That's one thing about that Scarlett. She is funny, though, because I just get from Scarlett that she don't give a damn. And she just going to tell you how it is, period. But basically, she is irritated. The girl get ready to go to court, and Scarlett's hoping that she ends up getting sent home. But girl, she popped back up and finds out that she don't have to go back to court for 2 more weeks. So Scarlett like, oh, hell no. Now, I don't think it was like underhanded of her to do. I feel like both of the girls felt the tension in the room because Scarlett ended up going to find one of the girls that her roommate hang around, and she don't have a cellie. So she kind of just kept hinting at, yeah, why don't you just go move in with her? Why don't you just like go down there? I think that's probably going to be a better situation for you. And the girl ends up being like, okay, yeah, you right. I'll go down there and move in with her. Everybody's looking like, what? Scarlett's roommate's moving out? Yeah, she kicked her roommate out. But I just feel like it wasn't working. You know, instead of them in there get the fight in and shit because old girl was getting, was pissing Scarlett off. It's only so much negativity you could take. I do get Scarlett and where she was coming from with that because old girl was crying. And then on top of the crying is, I hate myself. I want to go to sleep and never wake up. And at one point, Scarlett was like, you can try. Like, like, girl, if you want off yourself, go ahead and do it. Don't keep talking to me about it because I'm getting sick of hearing this shit. She was just on her nerves. And I mean, that's normal. And I honestly would rather them do that than them get to fighting and get in some motherfucking big ass argument over nothing. But y'all let me know what y'all thought about the episode. Make sure y'all like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn your post notifications on, and get down in these comments. But y'all already know y'all don't want to miss when I come back with the next one.